your future for a bag of rice.
Oga forget we don't open eyes.
Spray the money from the bag of lies. That's them recharge card.
Our vote our pride.
For a bag of rice.
Oga forget we don't open eyes.
Okay, spray the money from the bag of lies. That's them recharge card.
Our vote our pride.
It's that time again. Then blind the people strategize campaign.
Oga, but the people complain.
Say,
The bubble from the last campaign.
you know fit scam them. Use your brain.
We promise free medical, free education, but the people can't even afford to buy bread.
Come on, shut up. This is just a game. You see, there's poverty and hardship in the land.
Okay.
But from the treasury, we have gathered funds. So if you dangle just a loaf of bread or zobo equals to their vote in your hand. Give me your future for a bag of rice.
Oga forget we don't open eyes.
Spray the money from the bag of lies. That's them recharge card.
Our vote our pride.
For a bag of rice.
Oga forget we don't open eyes.
Okay, spray the money from the bag of lies. That's them recharge card.
Our vote our pride.
Oga election, oh my lady, no. It's like these people want to start a revolution. Say this social media, oh yeah, carbon.
It is social media and not social media. It's your spoken English that we are going to ban. And you call yourself a campaign manager.
Sorry, sir.
Don't you know the mentality of the Talika? You should go behind and call be their leader.
Okay.
Track him down and wire him, Roger.
Okay, sir.
Increase the budget on media. Distract the youth with entertainment.
There's even shaku.
Okay, yeah, no that. Give me your future for a bag of rice.
Oga forget we don't open eyes.
Spray the money from the bag of lies. That's them recharge card.
Our vote our pride.
For a bag of rice.
Oga forget we don't open eyes.
Okay, spray the money from the bag of lies. That's them recharge card.
Our vote our pride.
Esquisa, there is bloodshed, though. The people in the land don't they protest, though.
But why do you like to concentrate on bad news? We shall discuss this when I return from travel.
But the people insist on answers,
Keep them busy with the fresh propaganda. Tell them that the treasury was
But we
raided
can't tell them snake,
by a troop of kangaroos.
So how much is missing,
86 trillion.
Yeah, money meant for security.
I can do what I like, I have got the impunity. Mobilize all the boys in the city.
And if Kasala go bust,
I will go join my family in New York City. Give me your future for a bag of rice.
Oga forget we don't open eyes.
Spray the money from the bag of lies. That's them recharge card.
Our vote our pride.
For a bag of rice.
Oga forget we don't open eyes.
Okay, spray the money from the bag of lies. That's them recharge card.
Our vote our pride.
And that was Bag of Rice by O-Cube. Now, that's something that has characterized a lot of elections in Africa, where voters, the electorate, ultimately tend to vote for any candidate based on what they can get. It can be a bag of beans, it can be a bag of gari, it can be a little sachet of something, it can be money, and it can be a bag of rice. But the symbolism of the whole story is basically that is what characterizes African elections, and that needs to be stamped out. And my next guest is going to be talking a bit about that as well. He's had rave reviews by many analysts out there who see him as perhaps the type of leader that we should be having in Nigeria and other parts of Africa. So I'm excited to look forward to that. It's getting very, very hot now. It's just a few months to the main elections, and as you can see what's happening in Lagos State, that's another story entirely, and we're going to be having a special on the Lagos State elections. Elections are coming up in Osun State very, very soon as well. So the whole political terrain is hotting up in Nigeria. Remember, if you're watching this show on Sky and you'd like to see it on another platform, you can watch the show by downloading the Unity app. That's UN1TY. Download the Unity app on Google Play or App Store, and you get to follow us and be a part of this. And if you're watching at home as well, remember you can call in. Today the lines are going to be blazing hot. I'm sure you have loads of questions. We already have some from Facebook and all our social media platforms. And my first guest has just arrived. The magic of TV. He's an economist. He's a political analyst. No, no, it's not analysis. You know what? Let me just cut all the. Let's go straight into it. How you doing, sir?
Very well. I'm Kinsley.
I was at your event yesterday, Professor Kingley Moghalu.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome.
Thank you.
And I'm excited.
Thank you.
But and we'll kick straight into it. how you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you.
How's your schedule, your campaign been so far?
Yeah, it's been very exciting. It's been a wonderful privilege to get to meet Nigerians around the country. I've been to over 20 states now.
Wow.
Talking to people at the grassroots and you know, listening to them as well about their hopes and frustrations about Nigeria.
I was at your event yesterday at the LSE.
Yes.
And the theme was about poverty.
Yes.
If you were to sum up the biggest challenge, first and foremost, looking at your antecedents, the former deputy governor of the Nigerian Central Bank, you were at the United Nations for 17 years, and I'm asking myself, why has this man decided to run?
I'm a professor.
For a prof as well. Why has he decided to run for an election in Nigeria?
It could be because I need to see a psychiatrist.
But it's a lot deeper than that.
Yeah, no, it's a lot deeper. It's quite seriously, more seriously. You know, I became really fed up and dissatisfied with my personal success in the midst of so much poverty in Nigeria. The poverty challenge for Nigeria is existential. It's going to wipe us out if we continue at this rate, where the population is growing. By 2050, we will be 400 million people. Poverty is increasing. We are now the poverty capital of the world. We have the highest numbers of people living in extreme poverty. Very scary. Of any country in the world, 87 million. And I'm talking about extreme poverty. That's living on less than $2 a day. I'm not talking about poverty, you know, which is something else. So, and that takes us to about 80% of the population if you talk about just poverty. Now, I felt, and then you have unemployment rising. So you have a huge army of young men and women who are unemployed and can't find jobs. So what's Nigeria's future? If something is not done now with what, in my vision, is a war against poverty, W.A.P, that's the reason I'm running for president. War against poverty. We have to fight poverty and break its back. Otherwise, we have no future as a country.
Unlike unlike a lot of previous candidates, you appear to be armed with a lot of experience in politics and economics.
Yes.
Most of the time, all we hear is the politics of it.
And that's why we are really in a very bad shape. So,
but then you present something slightly different, which is the economics of it. Now, I'm asking myself, at what point, because as deputy governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria,
absolutely,
did you have that sense at that time?
No, I never knew I would be doing this. You know, the reason I'm running for president is because I think it is time for leadership beyond politics. Leadership that is transformational. Leadership that can equip and train our young men and women to prepare them for the 21st century. Leadership that makes Nigeria home that diasporans can be proud of. A country that you can return to. That's what I am looking for. And that's why I'm in the race. And I have a plan. I'm not here to make promises and dance on soapboxes, although I've done my fair share of dancing, including
I saw footage of you dancing
in the marketplace.
Exactly.
I've visited a lot of markets and I've done some really serious moves.
Grassroots stuff.
Yeah, the grassroots stuff. And this is all part of the fun and the joy of the experience, that you're really connecting with the Nigerians, because for 60 years, Nigeria's politicians have always won. In 2019, when I win as presidential candidate for the YPP, the Young Progressives Party, I hope that it will be the first time that the people themselves actually win. That's what this is about. It's time for the people to win.
Awesome. Okay, that's a little quick intro into Professor Moghalu's aspiration. We're going to go on a quick break. When we come back, we're going to be digging deeper.